Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And if you have never seen my face before, hello, my name is Michaela, and I would love for you to subscribe and become part of our family here on YouTube. So, the other morning, I walked outside and it was actually chilly. And I was like, fall is finally here. And so that inspired me to come up with a couple of DIYs to show you and help you get more inspired for fall and more in the fall spirit of things, I guess. So there are like maybe 5. I'm not sure the exact number, but I think it's 5. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
Okay, so for the first DIY, I'm taking this red flower and then a white flower and just really making a bouquet with a mason jar. And so this is actually the first of 3 mason jar DIYs. And honestly, whenever I think mason jar, I just think of fall. So I'm just taking 3 of the red flowers and placing them inside of the mason jar. And then I'll be taking 3 of the white flowers and placing them inside of the mason jar, in between each of the red flowers. So it kind of makes like a red, white pattern. Then after that, I am taking a orange sparkle pumpkin and actually placing in between one of the red and white flowers. And then I will be taking another sparkly pumpkin and placing it on the opposite side of the other one. So there's 2 sparkly pumpkins and 6 flowers in total. So you can see they're supposed to be. And so in a later DIY, I actually used lights. So I was thinking maybe putting lights in the actual mason jar right there, or taking the rest of the pumpkins and putting in the bottom of the mason jar. I think that would be really cute as well. So for the next DIY, I am making a fall canvas. So I'm using a necklace that was in a leaf, and I'm just finding the middle of the canvas, and then I'm taking the necklace and just tracing out 4 leaves. And you can actually go and get any leaf that you want and trace if you just want 1 leaf, or if you want more, it's yours, so make it the way that you want it. So now I'm just taking a Sharpie and I'm going to trace over the pencil, and so I'm going to also make the veins of the leaf as well. And I like to do this before I paint, because the Sharpie will actually show through the paint, and I will be able to see where I need to like paint the darker lines later on. Or if I wanted to, I could just leave the Sharpie. So I have all 4 of them done now, and so I'm taking a yellow, red, and orange paint, and I'm just going to paint each leaf a separate color, and then later I'll take the red and the orange and make the last leaf color, and then I'll mix in some yellow and black to make the background color. And then after I do that, I also take some puffy paint and just write Happy Fall. And you can write whatever you want. If you wanted to write Welcome Fall, that was also another one that I wanted to do. So you can see the final product there. It just says Happy Fall and all of the wonderful colors. So this is the second mason jar DIY, and so I'm just taking those sparkly pumpkins and I'm just filling the mason jar with them. It's that easy. So there's 5 or 6 pumpkins in this pack, and so I took and just broke the stems, I guess you would call them, off, or the sticks off of them, and just dropped them into the mason jar. And see, like, I think if you put the flowers in around this, it would look really cute as well. Some of those sticks were really hard to get off. So that's how it ended up looking. I think it's missing something, so if you want to try this DIY, try adding your own flair into it and seeing if it looks better. So for this next DIY, I'm using some golden garland and some lights actually to kind of decorate my shelf. And so I'm just stringing the garland. The garland was trying to give me problems, so I'm just stringing the garland on the front with the hooks that are actually keeping the shelf up, and then I'm tucking it in behind, in between the shelf and the wall itself. And then I'm going to take, here in just a second, some lights that are actually in the shape of leaves. So, yeah, you can see right there. Those are actually the lights that I was talking about putting in the bottom of the mason jar with the flowers. I think that would be really cute. So, I'm just stringing up the lights, and I only had enough lights to kind of string up on the front of it, which was okay. I actually really like the way that it turned out. And also on camera the lights will burn red, but they actually burn orange in person. So you can see there they kind of look red, but they're actually red in person. So this was a really easy DIY, but it does take patience because the garland did not want to stay. So if you could use tape or something to keep the garland where it's supposed to be, then that'll probably be very helpful. And also the lights didn't want to stay either, so again, probably like tape or a command hook or something would work as well. And so that's what it looks like from the front. Okay, and so this is the very last DIY, and it's also another mason jar DIY. So I just took the same lights and garland, and I'm just kind of really stuffing them into the mason jar. And honestly, most of the lights, you'll see here in just a second, most of the lights got bunched up in the bottom. And so if that happens to you and you don't like it that way, you can just take and use a skewer stick and get it and like reposition them in the way that you want. And so you can see now the lights, again, they look red, but they're actually orange. So
that was the video. I hope you enjoyed and will want to recreate some of these DIYs. If you have any ideas for any future videos, make sure that you leave them in the comments below. And also, make sure that you subscribe and like this video. And until next time, bye.